Okay, so I made a list of things that I just kind of do every single day. Um, we've been talking a lot about just kind of getting back to the basics because it's very easy to overcomplicate what we do, like how we interact, how we work the business. And I think it gets really confusing because it does fluctuate because we're trying to keep up with the algorithm and switching it up and staying fresh and on top of things. And I think that's something that Relentless Ambition and Ryan and Kay are really, really good at, and Courtney. They're really up with the times and what's going to be the next like big thing. Like, is it Reels? Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Right now, I feel like we're in a season of Facebook, for myself, especially, and that's where I'm getting like 99% of my enrollment. So pretty much it doesn't matter like if you wake up or if you go to the day like you're up for 5 hours and then you start. I try to do this like right when I wake up, just depends on baby and life. But I will delete all of my stories. Some people don't like that. But I just do it because I feel like it gives me a clean slate and people aren't like tapping through my like umpteen story slides to get to my new ones. So I delete all of my stories. I put a thirst trap. So a thirst trap is something that's like gonna really entertain your audience. So it could be a funny meme, it could be a hilarious TikTok. I typically just have it of my daughter because she's right next to me in bed, and I just snap a picture of her and I'm like, good morning from Ginger Babe or Kendall or whatever. People just eat up kids on social media. They like to see them grow, they like to know your life, all that kind of stuff. And then I'll do like a random other, maybe a quote, and then I'll get into Thrive. And I kind of do this like A/B method. So I'll do Thrive, lifestyle, Thrive, lifestyle, Thrive, lifestyle. And I feel like that really helps keep it interested. Like, I really want to know about Shelby's life. So I'm going to click through the Thrive, but you have to get through the Thrive to get to my life. And you have to get through my life to get through Thrive. So that's where the A/B method has really been helpful for me. And I learned that from Rye. And I always educate my audience. So I don't ever just put a picture up. Well, I used to, until Rye was like, if you just post a picture of something like just a picture of the capsules or just a picture of like the shake packages, people don't know what it does, what it's for, how you take it, the ingredients, stuff like that. So I really try to either I make it unfold, and that's why I drop so many unfolds in the chats all the time of like, you wake up, you take your capsules. This is what it does. If you are irritable, if you are lethargic, if you are having really bad troubles with like postpartum hair loss or whatever, like this will help you heal your gut. Then you do the shake, and I go over like how I make my shake, and I do PB2 and oats pretty much every single day. And then I've started putting more of my husband into it also, and that's really helped with engagement. I don't know why. It's like babies and husbands. People are like, oh my God, it has. You've helped me. Stuff like that. So really educate your audience. Try not to just snap a picture of it because people don't know what it is. We're in the industry where we have to educate people. And I see this in like Monet and Beachbody and stuff. And people are like, yeah, workout, but they don't know what you do. Like, what do you do for your workout? You know, um, you posted a picture of a shampoo bottle, but what does it do for your hair? So really think about that, educating your audience with everything that you are talking about. Business wise, like I posted about the auto bonus today and I put that in my story. We've got tons of pictures of girls who have their auto bonus vehicle. So if you want those, we can send those. I believe they're also in the Relentless Ambition photos too, in the albums. And then I will just interact on my stories for like 5, 10 minutes. If I have time, I do it multiple times throughout the day on Facebook and Instagram, mostly on Facebook. And then how I interact on the stories. I did take him out Barnes Butte. Yeah, I was like, babe, pull over, find a road that's like, we're not going to get killed. um, and so I will click on a story. And if I don't relate to anything, I just click through it and move on. But if somebody's like, oh, hey, I got this new couch, I'm going to be like, that's a really bomb couch. Like, where'd you get it? Or somebody posts a picture of their daughter in a cute outfit. I'll message them, hey, where'd you get that outfit? I have a 3-month-old and I need this outfit. Or I like your Tumblr. I've been messaging this girl. She's actually with Beachbody. And I think she really needs like our community here. So I've been really interacting hard with her. And she has so many tumblers. Like every morning she's scooping her multiple scoops of pre-workout in her cup. And I'm like, I just love your tumbler collection. It's kind of funny because whenever I come home with a new mug, my husband's like, we don't need any more. So we were kind of going back and forth on that. So just silly things like that. Like don't overthink it. Just be you. And then I'll try to comment on posts. You know, I'll go look on their stories, interact on stories. I'll go 3, 2, 1 and like 3, comment on 1 or 2, however much you want. And then I add, like, I really try to do this so much because if I add 10 people every single day, about half accept it. And that's being generous. So that's why I add 10 people a day because it might only get me 2 to 5 new friends. So I just mass add and like Samantha was saying, if you get something like that, to piggyback off of what Des is, what her response was, doing like saying, oh, I just like to connect with new people. I just really love social media. And I feel like after COVID, it's just kind of the new way to meet friends. And especially being a busy mom, this is kind of my way to make new friends. So kind of hitting it like that. Is that on Facebook or both? Oh, for what? Or was that you? Oh, adding friends. Mostly just Facebook. It's rare that I add people on Instagram. Um, I really don't add too much on Instagram. I will go and move them to my potential or future promoter, like what was it called? Folder and interact with them. And then I know to interact with them instead of me gaining so many or me adding more followers. Because I want to gain more followers. Instead, it's that weird algorithm thing. That's why I hate Instagram so much. So add so many people on Facebook, like just do it. Being in real estate, we're taught like you should have a minimum of 2,000 people and you want to get to that 5,000. You want to cap out that because you're going to get more eyes on you. And I was telling Ryan, I'm like, I'm just not like seeing the growth. What do I do? Like, what am I doing wrong? And she's like, keep adding. You have to have more eyes on you because you're doing the things. You're going live. You're posting every single day, multiple times a day. You're on your stories. You just have to get more eyes on you. So the more eyes you get on you, I mean, this person that just messaged me about promoting, I don't know who she is at all. Never met her. I don't even know where she lives. Never heard of her. But she's like, hey, I saw your post about slinging vitamins. How'd you get started with that? And I'll drop it actually in the Ember Legacy chat because I messaged Sarah and I was like, what do I do? How do I respond? Like I'm freaking out. And it's the same with you guys. I'm sure you message your sidelines, uplines, downlines, and you're like, help, I'm freaking out. And then I typically try to make my first and last post not Thrive related because I don't want to start my day with Thrive and I don't want to end my day with Thrive. So I'll typically make it like my middle day post. I try to post 3 times a day on Facebook. If I can't post on Instagram, I don't even stress about it because if it's not going to go with my aesthetic, I don't really want to post it. So just don't even think about it. Slap whatever you can on Facebook because aesthetic doesn't really matter. I'll slap my filter on every picture pretty much, but if you're struggling with coming up with content on what to post, go look at people's feeds. I go look at Ryan, I go look at Ashley now Cooper and just kind of get inspo. My post today was all Ashley Cooper's inspo. I just used that. And then I was like, let's talk about the auto bonus. And yesterday we got paid. So what am I going to talk about today? So just really kind of pull inspo from looking at a couple other thrivers, but try not to get into the rabbit hole of comparing because that is toxic. Let's see, in the downtime, I make my unfolds. So that could be business wise, product wise. That way, if I've got a really busy day, just jam packed, I throw up an unfold and use that instead of talking stories. And I really try to alternate okay, today I'll do my talking story and share how I make my shake and how I take my capsules and blah, blah, blah. And then the next day I'll do like an unfold and I'll try to kind of keep that in the mixture. Um, and I screenshot. So I literally have like 40,000 pictures on my phone because I am constantly screenshotting unfold ideas and post ideas. I pretty much screenshot all of Ryan's unfolds because she makes incredible ones. And I really like what she has to say. We just kind of vibe. We're on the same page there. And then I will check in with customers and promoters. I kind of do this like right after I send a sample out, I check in up until they get their package. And then I check in day 1, day 2, day 3, see if they want to order, hopefully on day 2. And then my customers who are enrolled and they're getting their products, I just check in periodically like, hey, how's your first day? How's your first week? How's your first month on Thrive? Do you need anything else restocked? Stuff like that. That's kind of what I do on downtime. My promoters, like we talk every single day pretty much. We're always in our chats. Obviously, you see in the Ember Legacy, just doing that on downtime. The biggest thing I would say is don't be a secret Thrive girl. I actually learned this in my real estate class. So like, don't be a secret agent, be posting all the time because people are always wanting to buy and sell something and they're wanting to make money. So if you are not posting, if you're not getting on your stories, they don't know what you do. So it's our job again to be educators and tell them this is what we have our hands on. You need Thrive, you need this business, stuff like that. The more serious and loud you are, the more serious people will take you. There's been people who I've known literally my entire life, and they're just now enrolling with me. And it's like, how do you not like trust me, dude? I've known you my whole life. You know, I don't put my name on trash, but it just sometimes takes extra time. Like this girl, I don't even know when I friended her on Facebook, but she's just a stranger and she's enrolling with me. Whereas your friends are kind of sometimes your last supporters, which is why we are so tight knit here in this industry, especially our team. So that's all I have to say right now. I will let Sarah take it away. Do you guys have any questions so far, though? You can unmute yourself or drop it in the chat.
All right, I'm going to take that as a no. So I'm just going to piggyback off on what Shelby went through, just kind of how she's working her business. I did a lot of one-on-ones with my girls the beginning of this month. And I went back to when I was enrolling like crazy, what was I doing? And I went through all the one-on-ones with my girls. I told them what to do. And then I had to take a step back and be like, okay, now you need to take your own advice and put that into action. So what I did is I went back and seen where all of my sales were coming from, and almost every single one of my sales was coming from Facebook. I personally don't love Facebook. It's not really my favorite. I like Instagram. I think it's just more aesthetically pleasing and eye-catchy, but I don't get sales from there. And so I've been shifting my focus to only using Instagram for pretty much my stories, like just uploading my stories. But I've been even more aware of using things that will transfer to Facebook on my stories, or like some of the polls on Instagram don't transfer and work on Facebook. So I've been making sure that my polls are from Facebook. Does that make sense? Hopefully, I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, maybe. But I've been implementing the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method that was posted, the 5 new combos, 4 new follows, 3 follow-ups, 2 check-ins with team, and 1 reel or live. I've been slacking with the reel and lives. I'm not gonna lie on that one, but I've been doing more background work lately, and I've also been trying to add more of my husband and my kids, and also into my Thrive posts. I got so many, like nobody can see my likes, but the one I posted of me blowing bubbles with my kids playing in the yard, that got way more likes. Like I'm talking 50 plus likes than any other Thrive post has ever got. So I'm like, guess what, husband and kids, you're about to work this business with me and you don't even realize it. But I was like, dang, that was kind of my aha moment. Like, get more kids and husbands in there. And like, I'll just type out a conversation between me and my kids or me and Cord that's really funny. and there's so much interaction in that. So I need to be doing that part more. I've been going through though on Facebook since I've been using it more, and I like watching stories on Instagram because my whole Facebook stories is nothing but like businesses and like pages or groups or whatever. And I'm like, how did I even like this stuff? My Facebook's from like 2009, I think. So there's a lot of random crap on there that young Sarah liked that old Sarah was like, you're stupid. So I've been going through and really paying attention to stories, and on Facebook, I'm muting all Thriver stories because that's where I'm really customer and promoter focused. But I still go through and watch everybody's stuff on Instagram because I have everybody on Instagram. So, Shelby, go to your stories on Facebook and just hold down somebody's story and it will pop up mute story at the bottom. So that's super helpful though, because then you're getting all the trash out of there, all the random pages and stuff. But yeah, I'm just trying to be more relatable. I went in, Leanne actually helped me. I was struggling with my niches, and Leanne helped me narrow down my niches. So I've been sharing more like cleaning and organizing, my kids, wife. I'm gonna be starting sports here. We're gonna have sports like 3 or 4 times a week just for T-ball her first year. Yeah, like what the heck? So that's gonna be coming up starting this Saturday. Cooking, grilling is coming up, camping's coming up. So like a lot of my like I'm just trying to get into the groove, but like before I know it, we're gonna be camping all the time, sports, and I need to like share more about my faith and stuff, but I'm trying to switch up because I feel like I've created a lot of bad habits or just not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So implementing the behind the scenes work, you might not see me posting as much, which I'm trying to find that balance there between background work and posting work. But when I do a lot of background work, that's where a lot of my new customers and promoters come from. That's just me starting those new conversations that you don't see on my feed, obviously. But I'm telling you, don't skip the background work. If there's a day that I'm doing conversations like crazy and I don't get a post up, I'm not beating myself up, but I'm still on my stories. So there's that. I had pick a platform and mute all Thrivers. Definitely has helped me. Hang on, I'm reading the chat. Who is your target audience? Mine is PCOS, new mom, realtor, migraines, gut health. So my niches are like wife and girl mom, stay at home, my faith, cooking, sports mom, camping, thrive, obviously, cleaning and organizing, and my dogs. Like that's all stuff to post about that I can also turn into like thrive related or not thrive related, because I can post thrive all day long and then it's like thrive, 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 thrive. And I'm like, well, I don't want to post because it's thrive, but I don't have anything else to post about, because I'm always like, you have to post business, business, business. So I'm trying to get into the habit of posting. Like you can post, Shelby, you do amazing at posting. So I don't know why I'm on this Zoom right now, but I needed things to post. Like I needed a list in front of me to post about that's not Thrive related. So that's where my list comes into play here. So like I'm not really talking about my target audience, but I can relate, I feel like, to a lot of moms. I can watch cleaning videos for like 20 minutes and I'm up like, okay, let's go. Like I am ready. Like I've cleaned under my kitchen one time at like 5:30 in the morning and Ryan was like, no, Sarah, who does that? No. I'm like, but yes, like my vitamins kicked in, let's go. That I was sick of looking at it. But I think that might be all I have. Does anybody have any? One thing I do want to start touching on more is migraines, because I used to suffer from chronic migraines. I used to get anywhere between like 4 and 7 a week, to the point I was throwing up. I'll drop a picture, but because I threw up so much from migraines, I swear to God, I wasn't like anorexic or bulimic or whatever one is. Both of them maybe are throwing up. I don't even know. That wasn't me. But I had migraines so bad, I threw up constantly and I could not get over 100 pounds. Like, yes, it was horrible. I'm kind of trying to do what you're doing too, Shelby, is like be the cool mom, the fun mom. It's where some of my posts have come from. I've seen some of your posts and I'm like, I want to be a cool mom like Shelby. I want to be a fun mom. Her kid can't even walk around yet. Like, I could be doing so much fun stuff with my kids. But my thing that I struggle with too is I do this stuff with my kids, but I never take pictures because I'm always like, be in the moment, Sarah. Don't be on your phone. But then I'm like, Sarah, you need this content to work your business. So I'm trying to get better with that too. Cause I'm like, I'm with my kids. I put my phone away. So I have to remember I can take pictures because then I'll go through like a whole holiday and I don't get one picture. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with me? But yeah, energy and gut health is something I've been using the feel felt found method a lot more in my conversations, and I have hopefully a couple new ones ordering soon. Fingers crossed. I have a voice memo. So Crystal can't be on right now, but she did send us a voice memo about how she works her business. And I'm going to play this real quick. And if you can't hear it, let me know, or if you need me to turn it up or down or whatever. Okay. But this is what Crystal wanted to say as she couldn't be on here.
Getting ready to run into my massages, but I wanted to send this really quick to just share a couple of the things that I've been really focusing on, especially right now in the season of my business. I will say, like, I am not one of those people that is prepared as far as like having all of my posts batched and like knowing what I'm going to talk about each day. So I think it's super, super important to nail down your niches. And I know that that can be very difficult. But like, even if it's something simple, because on days where I don't have anything planned and there's nothing exciting going on in my life, it is so nice to be able to lean on something like one of my niches to just talk about and like share my life or like share with my audience about my life. So like yesterday, for example, had nothing planned. It was just like a super busy day, and I relied heavily on talking about what I was making for my dinner and the complete ingredients that are involved and like what, you know, like how I cooked it. I shared a reel in the past that I've made around that dinner. And I know that seems so lame, but like that niche specifically is something that has gotten me some of the most interactions. So just like really trying to nail down exactly what you're wanting to talk about when you don't have anything planned to talk about, if that makes any sense. And then also, like, I know it's super important, like, to piggyback off of the niche topic. I know it is super important to have the niches and to just make sure that you are sharing your life on a personal level and it's not always just thrive, thrive, thrive. But I would say, like, don't rely too heavily on just posting your stories and making fun reels. As important as that is, you can be very unproductive even when you're thinking you're being productive by making reels and stuff. If you are just posting and praying, that's what they call it, where you're posting and you're doing all of the things on the front end where people can see exactly what you're doing, but behind the scenes nothing's going on. You're not, you know, following new people, you're not starting new conversations, you're not following up, all of that kind of stuff. So on the other hand of the niches, I would say to try to really make sure you are following that IPA list, even if it's like the 54321 that was posted in the chat, where you are doing more behind the scenes work. That is where I have seen the most action in my business, is when you're really trying to build those new connections and follow up with the people that have, you know, kind of left the I don't even know. I can't. Okay. Words are hard. Words are hard today, but I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying. Like following up, following new people, starting new conversations, posting and praying is not going to work. You got to be doing the behind the scenes work. And I had to learn that the hard way. Like whenever my business gets super stagnant, it's when I am not doing like all of the things that I should be doing. I'm just like showing up on my stories and acting like I'm doing everything. But when the real magic happens is when I'm doing all of those things I just listed. So before I keep repeating myself, I just wanted to throw those out there. And sorry, I can't be on the calls tonight. I'm going to be giving a few massages out here at Cameo Heights. So I love all you girls. I'm rooting for you. And I think that just to leave you with a like little piece of encouragement, we all have, I think, been slipping into funks here and there because it's a weird season of being like super crazy and chaotic and busy. And there's a lot of wins going on, but it's also kind of slow. And I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I do. And so it's easy to get in our heads. So I just want us all to start believing in ourselves as much as we believe in each other, because I know that we can look next to us, and see each other working. We're like, yes, you go, girl. We need to start acting that way toward ourselves too. So, all right. Love you guys. Bye.
All right. That is what Crystal had to say. And I loved that last part, is we need to be as excited for ourselves as we are for our team. Like, I know when I hit my bonus, I didn't cry, but when Crystal and Anita hit theirs, like, I cried. And it's like, why didn't I cry for myself? Like, I should be proud of myself, but I didn't. So just remember to be as excited for yourself. It's not bad to be excited for yourself. You did a huge thing and you put in a lot of work every single day. Be proud of yourself for that. Shelby, do you have anything else that you want to add before we touch on what we talked about to add last?
I would say just really use the hype and excitement of all of this going on. I know I've been watching Keely. She's one of our newest promoters, and I just feel her excitement through her stories and her posts and her talking. And I know that we all, especially if you've been here a while, you get complacent and you're like, okay, like, these are my vitamins, I take them every day, and you're like trying to smile through the videos, but really try, when you're doing these talking videos and posts, remember how excited you were when you first started and you're like, I'm going to do this. And people feel that. They really do feel what you're feeling through your posts and your stories. So I know that if you're feeling defeated, really try to combat that with staying close to the fire, hopping on the meetings, and just leaning on your team. That's what we're here for, because we've all gone through these I don't know, depressing states or just overwhelmed states or funky seasons. And that's what we're here for. So if you need the hyped up, if you need this excitement, lean on your team for sure, because that's what's going to draw people in. They don't want to enroll with somebody who's kind of just like, so yeah, this is, just kind of being monotone. You want somebody who's like, dude, we've got the best shit in the entire world. Like, you need this. Like, that's who you want to be enrolling with, right? So try to just kind of be that person. When I was a barista, my boss was like, pretend you're a cheerleader, Shelby. Pretend, just do it. And I'm like, that is not me. But I was faking it till I made it. And now it kind of is not, I'm not, cheerleader, but pretended. And now I'm doing this. And I try to bring as much excitement as I can to the business. That way that's, I don't know, just radiating and is, what's the word? I can't think of it. Can't think of the word. But anyway, yeah, just be excited. Okay, yes, Sarah, next.
Shelby, you said something about my target audience for Thrive. I found my list that I made, by the way. Energy, mood support, gut health, headaches, acne, hair loss, and bloating. So I don't even have pictures because I used to like filter face app my acne off. Like, I don't even have pictures to compare, but I used to have horrible acne because I had horrible gut health, and I don't really have that now. I have one right here right now, but that's just because for some reason it's now happening after that time of the month, and I ran out of my Thrive skin, but I don't want to order more of the old stuff because the new stuff's coming out in a couple weeks. So I'm like waiting. It's fun. But yeah, there's that. And Shelby, Crystal, and I talked about doing either at the end of these Zooms or right after these Zooms, we want to go through the guides together. So kind of like how they're doing book club Saturdays after batch, and we're reading the first chapter of Atomic Habits. We wanted to do kind of like go over things in the guides. So like I'll do the guides together. So like we have 1 week to do like guides 1 and 2. I already went through, and a lot of the first guide is just like the very basic stuff, like save these slides to your stories, that kind of stuff. Guide 2 has a few more videos on it, but we have a whole week to watch those. Just pick like one a day and listen to it, either while you're doing the dishes or folding laundry or whatever before you go to bed. It doesn't matter. But our goal is to do guides 1 and 2 by this time next week. We'll go over like our biggest takeaways or aha moments or answer any questions because they're constantly adding to the guides and taken away from them. So why not? It's like the perfect time to do a refresher. And then we'll pick more guides, however many, depending on how long they all are, or how many videos and stuff to go over next week for the following week. But one more thing I wanted to add is if you're not doing the book club, do the book club. I will say I do my absolute best work because I struggle with comparison a lot, but I do my best work when I'm reading self-development. And I hate self-development, but I know that I do my best work when I'm reading it. So the fact that they're bringing this back is huge for me. I have like every Saturday starting in May is going to be a T-ball game at this time. Even if I can't be on those, it's still a goal for me to read whatever they assign me, however many chapters to read by Saturday. So instead of me being like, oh, I got to read it every single day, how they're assigning the chapters is huge because these chapters in this book, they're long. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty long. So if you're not doing book club, do book club. And I hope you all are excited to go through the guides together because I know I am. Shelby, do you have anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for us? We got about 5 minutes left. No?
Yeah, we can go over niches if you guys want, or
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and end this then, and I will put the recording up as soon as it's ready. Thank you all for getting on. Thank you, Shelby. I love you. Everybody have a great night.